Kenya for you, where the leadership loves God. You know, we have prayers in government offices, we have prayers in private offices, and we have prayers everywhere. Different people. Sometimes you're walking and you see in the parks, you know, groups, meeting and just praying. People have overnight prayers, like even in State House, we have overnight prayers every Friday.
In the State House?
Yes, in the State House, yes. We call them keshas. So prayers are everywhere in our nation. And we're not saying that to brag about it, but to say that it is in going down that the Lord comes, up.
Let me ask you a question, fellow Kenyans. Who among us two here have ever read the story of Ananias and Sapphira in the Bible? And basically what happened to them when they tried to sell the land and then came and lied? What really happened to them? For those who knows what happened to Ananias and Sapphira, and those who really don't know, who have never read the story, I think this is the best video that I want us to watch. I want you to listen to this. I want you to watch this video from the beginning up to the end so that we can compare the Ananias and Sapphira in the Bible and the Ananias and Sapphira that we have in this country as our first lady together with the president of the Republic of Kenya. But before you do that, fellow Kenyans, let me humbly request you that if at all you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well, you can share, drop me your comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where exactly you are watching this video from. And also, to the Bonita Media community and family, we have an announcement to make, and this is the announcement.
There is this children's home. I visited it, had a conversation with the director, both the director and the assistant director. We really talked. I saw the children. There were two kids who are abandoned by the mother after birth. I think 2 days. So the children are barely 10 days old. And others are also there. There are around 89 right now, and they told me that there are some in school. So wakirudi wote, the number will be around 100 plus. So we really talked, and they told me that if you can help us, if you guys can help us in 1, 2, 3 things, we'll be really glad to, and we'll really appreciate. Of course, we know very well that this is something that one person cannot do. Kukaa na watoto wote, hata useme uko na only one source of help, it's something that it's impossible. So after that, I had a brief, talk. Nilikaa na watoto, the few that nilipata, wengine nilipata kama wanalala. I just talked to the few, I interacted with the few of them, just kids here and there. And I said that I told them that I have a team which I know that will respond, and after they've responded, I'll get back to you with what they give me. So I just have to request you guys. You are 50 shillings, you are 100 shillings, you are 200 shillings, you are 300, 400, 500 shillings, you are 1,000. Any amount of money which you really feel like can help these kids. Please just use the M-Pesa number on your screen so that you can help these kids. Nobody knows, we cannot say that, I can't help a kid, si mtoto wangu. Hawezi kuwa mtoto wako, lakini we all know how maybe these things normally comes later. So just a humble request, please guys, if you can, just use the number on your screen. Just send your 50 bob, your 100 shillings, 200, 300 shillings, whatever you have. We'll make arrangements, and then tutaona what we can do. Kama tutawanunulia vyakula, kama itatosha mpaka manguo, we can do that. It's something that they requested that we do, because saa zingine although watoto walali njaa, but sometimes I talk to the director told me that sometimes they really struggle how they can get food for the kids. The kids needs to be happy and all that. Actually, the kids were very happy seeing me. They were saying, the director told me that wanapenda sana wakati mtu amekuja kuwaona mtu mwingine mgeni apart from wale wenye wamezoea, because they feel that they are really loved indeed. So please, that is the project that we have this month. I would request you that please, I'm humbly requesting you that let us do this for the sake of these kids. Wale wenye walikuwa wanasema kwamba pesa yangu siwezi peleka kanisani kwa tithe, eri nipeleke kwa children's home. Now we have a project. Please just come through and we see what we can do.
Now, I'm humbly requesting you guys that let us come together, let us join hands so that we can help those kids. Those kids really need our help. And you're 50 bob, you're 100 shillings, you're 200 shillings, you're 300 shillings, you're 1,000, you're 2,000, you're 5,000. We really play a very big part as far as those children's happiness, you know, is concerned. Those who live with those kids, you know, cannot cater for everything. They also need help from outside. And there is nowhere that is written that these specific people are the ones that are supposed to bring help. Help comes from different places. Remember, the hand that giveth is the hand that receiveth. So if we come together, I took an initiative and brought this thing to this channel because I know that we are good people. We can come together, we can do something so that at least we can put smile in these children's face. I've told you that you're 50 bob, you're 100 shillings, you're 200 shillings. Tukizikusanya zote, alafu tuongeze na kile kidogo ambacho niko nacho, najua tunaweza tukafanya kitu kikubwa sana. Angalau hao watoto wafurahie, hata kama hawatafurahia mwezi mzima, angalau wafurahie siku 2-3. And imagine when these children will be eating, you know, smiling, laughing, knowing very well that there is somebody somewhere whom they don't know, mwenye amesimama pamoja nao, amewapelekea chakula. Wakati ambapo watoto wanasherehekea, wanafurahia, what does the heaven say about you? Wakati umesimama nao watoto, umejitolea, ukasema wacha ya 50 niko nayo, hii 100 yenye niko nayo, angalau nitume ile saidia watoto. Watoto angalau wakule, wakikula, wakati ambapo wanafurahia, nami najua hii kidogo ambayo nimetoa, Mungu atanibariki na ingine. How about that? So that is what I looked at. I didn't just look at what I have. You know, sikuangalia kwamba pengine niko na kidogo ama I do it alone. I decided, okay, let me involve people. Let me involve these guys. Because, you know, it's possible somebody can decide to do it alone. But now, why should I take the blessings myself and know that I also have a community? Very good community when you go US, when you have in different places. When you go US, when you go Dubai, you know, Uganda, Tanzania, Eritrea, those different parts of the country. I know we can do a very good thing, and I know very well that we can support these kids. Now, let's get back to our discussion, fellow Kenyans, and the reason why I started by asking a question concerning Ananias and Sapphira is because I think we have one. If you never experienced, or maybe if we've never knew what happened to Ananias and Sapphira, I think most probably is going to happen in this nation. Because I'm surprised. I'm surprised at what the First Lady is saying. Mama Rachael Ruto is saying that hii Kenya tangia hii serikali ya William Samoei Ruto ingie serikali, that is back in 2022. So in 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, right now we are in 2026, hakuja kuwa na drought anywhere.
Now, First Lady Rachael Ruto has not experienced drought since the Kenya Kwanza administration ascended to power, attributing it to the consistent prayers, get this, that the State House has been undertaking. Her remarks in an interview with an American have sparked controversy, given that the country experienced severe drought at the beginning of the year, when the government mobilized humanitarian aid, with leaders demanding that the drought be declared a national disaster. Martin Opio reports.
Of the United States. In an interview with America's CBN News, the First Lady Rachael Ruto claims that the country has not witnessed a drought since they came to power in 2022, courtesy of prayers.
In Kenya, we depend on rain-fed agriculture. And so when it doesn't rain, you know, it is really a big challenge to the country. Yeah. And that was on the 14th of February of 2023. Exactly 1 month later, the rain started pouring.
Was the First Lady, who was invited by the US First Lady Melania Trump, misleading in the interview? Until the onset of the rains and consequent recent flooding this year, several parts of the country were going through a period of drought, casting doubt on the First Lady's testimony.
I can tell you it has not stopped. So it is still raining, and now we are food secure. We usually have a little spells here and there.
As of early 2026, leaders from northern Kenya and various organizations urged President William Ruto to declare the severe drought a national disaster, with over 4 million Kenyans facing acute food shortages. Up to 23 counties were affected, prompting calls for emergency intervention, water tracking, and multi-agency response to support vulnerable communities. But this is not the first time the First Lady is courting controversy. Her decision to have State House intercessors was met with mixed reactions, with many questioning the balance between religion and state. Kenyans questioned why the intercessors were included in the First Lady's budget under the Faith Diplomacy Office. The First Lady admits that the State House keshas are still on.
And we have prayers everywhere. Different people. Sometimes you're walking and you see in the parks, groups, meeting and just praying. People have overnight prayers, like even in State House, we have overnight prayers every Friday.
In the State House?
Yes, in the State House. Yes, we call them keshas.
In 2024, Mama Rachael claimed that Uganda has been blessed because of the East African revival that swept the country in the 1930s, where God blessed them with fertile lands and rains, which made the country no longer use fertilizer to plant their crops.
Now let me tell you, revival has come to Kenya. In days to come, these rains you are seeing will not come to an end. And in days to come, we shall not be using fertilizer.
In May of 2022, the First Lady revealed that she prayed for the impure borehole water at their current residence while Ruto was still the deputy president, and it turned clean. Martin Opio, KTN.
Indeed, very interesting sentiments from the First Lady.
In other words, Rachel is trying to tell people that the government of William Ruto is so much blessed by God that there's never been any drought. But I have a question. Turukana si kumekuwa na drought? No, si hawa watu ndio wamekuwa kiomba hapa mvua ikuje. This Rachel herself, is she not the one who went, alienda kaombea maji ya bowl akaeka chumvi angalau zile lika chumvi ya masukari. Alikuwa anataka kutana water into wine. Akatanisha sijui maji ya bowl, akayamwaga chumvi ndani. Is she not the one? Why was she doing that? Sio alienda Machakos akachimba bowl, akaita wanafunzi waje waone kile ambacho anakifanya. Is William Ruto not the one who was saying that we don't need rain? What we need is water. So I'm like, if we don't need rain, then we need water. Where is this water going to come from? Why are these people doing this, by the way? Why are these people doing this? And then unasikia anasema kwamba Kenya is so much blessed. Kenya is a very prayerful nation. I agree that Kenya is a very prayerful nation. But can prayers really change things? Let's talk. Can prayers really make good governance? Because at the end of the day, we also have to know very well, or we also have to put it across, that what Kenya needs is good governance. And we can't say that good governance is going to come when First Lady is a prayer warrior. When the First Lady is an intercessor. So you are an intercessor, and what is happening outside there is very much far away, different from what is expected. Hey. Lakini Kenya nani alituroga by the way? Tusemezane tu ukweli. Wacha niulize tu swali by the way. Ukweli tu. Hii Kenya nani aliroga? Because personally I think and I really feel like there is somewhere that we went wrong. Are we the one who did something wrong, or this government is the one that messed up? Because I'm in between these two places. Who messed up between us citizens and the government? You know, suppose tunaweza jua ya kwamba hapa iko hivi na hivi na hivi. I think inaweza kuwa, it can be easier. But right now, the way things are moving, the way things are going to a point that even First Lady is telling us that ni maombi ndio imefanya kuja kuwa na drought hii Kenya. I wonder kabisa. William Ruto today also called the women, ameita wanawake State House, na anawaambia kwamba mmekaribishwa mkue mnakuja State House. So mimi nashangaa, kwani State House imebadilishwa siku hizi inafanywa like whenever the president feels like I need to call people at State House, analala tu hivi na anaamka na anaita watu, and is not even bothered about what's going on or maybe what's going to happen. He's not even bothered. You understand? Can we have our nation back? Can we have our country back? Let me ask that. Can we really have our country back? And how are we going to do this? How are we going to have our country back if the people that are there keeps on messing up? If the people that are supposed to represent us keeps on messing up, they keep on doing things that ought not to be done. They keep on messing around. They keep on lying to us. What is really the problem? What is wrong with these women? What is wrong with yes, we know that we are so much prayerful, but must you bring prayers into matters related with the development? Unaweza ukalala hivi na uombe na ufanikiwe? No, let us say the reality. Mtu anaweza lala hivi na mtu anaweza omba, alafu aombe na alale. Alafu asubuhi akiamka apate barabara imetengenezwa, si ndio? Utalala hivi ulale ukiomba. Asubuhi ukiamka upate kuna chai kwa meza. Imejitengeneza yenyewe. Let us be realistic. You know, let us just say, let us be realistic. You know, sometimes whenever we speak, these guys say that, oh, you know, you guys, you just talk. We are not just speaking. We are not just talking. We are saying the reality. We are talking about things that are there. We are talking about things that are being seen by everybody. Not only Kenyans are saying this, but this thing is being seen by all over the world. Everybody is seeing what is happening in our country. And that is why Kenya is normally the talk of the nation, or like the top of the world. Mtu akiuliza, where do you come from? Kenya. Simply because of the I call them encounters, because of the encounters that we have in this nation. We have very, 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 very different and very mystery encounters. Tuko na encounters zingine zenye hata mtu akisikia anashangaa sana. We have a government that proves that maybe thinks that it's working. Is it really working? According to me, it's not working. It's just doing PR. Tumefanya, tutafanya. Up to now, you're still saying that unaenda kufanya ni ubakisha less than 13 months in the office. Watu wako kadi, wewe unasema bado unaenda kufanya. Utafanya mwaka gani? Not unless maybe you still votes. Useme maybe ufanye 2027 after the election. Ukishachaguliwa tena, which I really doubt if it's going to happen. Not unless you still. Can we just wake up? My point is this. Can we just wake up and realize that tuko na Ananias and Sapphira, and these guys, they are no joke. Wanataka wauze alafu waende wakule kabisa. But I see the road to Sugoi is not that far away from here. Anyway, let me know what you think at the comment section, fellow Kenyans.